Welcome back to Tech, Tesla, and Trends. In this case, I'm doing a little bit of trend slash Twitter, having a look at one of the articles I saw today. And they were complaining because Elon has said, nope, we're not going to give $20 million to up and coming minority or specialty, some subclass, whatever venture capital opportunities that Twitter, prior to Elon, was committing to. Now, the first thing that I think needs to be made perfectly clear here is that no company has the responsibility to continue doing any program that it has been doing. Period. End of discussion. This should be pretty simple and easy to understand. Yet, there's a mindset out there that other people's money belongs to you or to whatever subgroup you feel politically is important to you. Especially if it's old Twitter, because old Twitter was definitely deep in the pockets of a particular political class. But the reality of where capital goes and how it is utilized, this is a really important one. Because the last dollar used by Elon Musk is going to be important. It's where he invests. He doesn't buy homes and other fancy toys anymore. He did that in his early years. Bought a McLaren, crashed it, bought a couple of homes, sold them. Now he's more likely to crash on a friend's couch than have any of those other things because they don't hold value. So where Elon invests his money is in the things that he believes in. And I got news for you. All of those that are complaining about Twitter no longer investing in a particular political class's idea of where venture capital should flow. Venture capital is a personal choice. It is not political money. And this is really one of those important trends that should be discussed and understood, because technology comes out of these venture capital opportunities. But not every venture capital idea that flows out of a person's mind is of value or equal value in the marketplace. And I find it particularly disturbing when I see one group of people demanding that another group of people pay for something else. This is especially annoying or perplexing when it is in the free marketplace. Government has certain responsibilities. I get that. There are things that government has committed to. But it is entirely inappropriate for a subclass within any strata of our society, especially within the United States, to be going to corporate America and demanding that they fund X, Y, or Z because they feel entitled to those profits. Profits are given back to shareholders. That's the corporate structure. If you want access to those, perhaps you should invest. Now, there are other opportunities out there and methods in which capital is invested. But in this case, where you have a group demanding that Twitter continue to invest long after Twitter Inc. has ceased to exist, that's the one who made the commitment. It was purchased, and it has changed hands. And even the very company that it was has changed and morphed. Its name is no longer Twitter, it's X. Corp. And as a result, yes, I know that the tax idea is still the same, but it's changed its corporate governance. It's changing in every way, shape, and form. For others to expect that that deal that somebody made 5, 10 years ago or whatever as a before Elon thing should stay, that makes no sense. That's not how business works. When you purchase a home, you are not required to keep the front yard the way that the old owner had it. If you choose, and it's not against some HOA covenants or whatever, you can put rocks in there. Or if you want to live the redneck way, have a couple of cars up on blocks. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. You own the property. And provided that it's not against some other rule within your community, that makes a lot of sense. This is the issue that I think many people need to reconsider. And I know it's not a popular one, but the reality of it is companies are not required to shell out the profits that they have made to whatever special interest group comes knocking at their door. In fact, if fewer of them did so and gave back specifically to their shareholders, I think we would have fewer problems within this particular strata of business. That dumb ideas would not be funded, and that ideas would grow and gain merit based upon their own specific capabilities and not just some political hack's perspective. And I think that that flies both on the left and on the right. There are stupid decisions that are made in the name of politics. Business is not political and should not be political. It is one of those items that needs to serve the needs of its customers. And that, more than anything else, would clean up a lot of mess that's in business today as well. And some of the scandals that occur, if only the best interest of their customers was the focus of a particular business, as is clearly the case with Tesla focusing in on its long-term views of where it's going to take the electric car industry and electrification of the country. And the same thing with Twitter. I know there's a lot of people that think, oh, it's horrible what Elon's done. But Twitter is growing and becoming a creation platform. Every day I get notifications that people that I've followed over on YouTube are now creating exclusive content on Twitter. This is one of those things that I think holds value long term, and I've touched base on it over the last year, that it is going to become a platform that feeds back to its members. In fact, this whole year, Elon's not taking a cut from what creators get for their $3 a month or whatever it might be. So keep that in mind. Twitter doesn't owe anybody anything except the loyalty back to its users and those that are its customers. That is where Twitter should be focused, not on somebody else's arbitrary political plans for how the world should be reshaped with Twitter's money, or in this case, X Corp's money, which is an entirely different thing than what it used to be 2 years ago. For tonight, I'll leave that rant to let it lie, but it really is a detail people need to think about. And I know it'll annoy a lot of you, but it's okay. We can have a conversation if you'd like. I'm open to hearing what you have to say. Have a good night.